What's up friends, Chook here and welcome back to Bit Heroes. Alright, today is Sunday, as we can see here, and daily bonus is item find. That's the one we want. So we also have 100% world boss item find as well, which is handy. So what we might do is maybe one or two, we'll go two at least, raid 5 heroics, and then maybe we'll throw down some world bosses as well on normal, most likely, and see if we can get any loot. Alright, well, let's get to it. And we do not want to do that, because that was yesterday's, I think it was yesterday I was going for the Driffin, which I still haven't been able to catch, which is annoying. But we'll wait for Monday and Thursday to come around until we try that again. Okay, Labyrinth, here we go, 400% item find, heroic. Before we go in there, actually, let me check that I actually have my item find runes on, which I do. So we are good to go. And let's do it. So I've kept all of the victory and battle animations off, and I've also allowed it to finally capture the FPS. So at the moment where you can see on the recording, you can see on your screen at least, that we're at 10 FPS. So even without the battle animations, it's still a clusterfuck. And look at this, man. Like, what is happening? I thought it would go a lot quicker than this, to be honest. It seems like it's worse somehow. All it is just numbers and words. There's nothing going on. There's no one's jumping around the screen attacking. It's literally just numbers and words. See, here we're up to 27, 26, 23, which is still weird. I mean, it should be, you know, it should be above 30. But it's not, and then as soon as you get into a fight, all the way down to 10. But I don't know what else I can do, man. I do not know. I haven't actually tried on browser yet. So I may give that a go. But I have had a few people that have spoken to me and said, nah, don't do browser. Like, it's even worse on browser. So, I don't know. The only other thing I could do is I could record on my phone, but that's a headache because then I'd have to transfer the file and then I'd have to like edit it and put. So hopefully this is doable and watchable. Let me know, please let me know if this is frustrating and annoying to watch, because it's pretty funny, in all honesty. Like, it's just flashes of color and numbers and words. And things just die. So in that sense, it's actually pretty funny. Either way, we'll try and get through this as quickly as possible. The other raids don't seem to do it. It's only raid 5. So I'm really unsure. Either way, with the 50% item find from Sunday, the 40% from our runes, and then the 400% from the heroic raid, we're sitting at, what's that, 490? Which is the most we can get without, you know, using a super scroll or any item find consumable type thing. So, being free to play, this is the best that we can do. And luckily, I mentioned in a previous video, I think it might have been last video, one before that, that I finally got my my second legendary item find minor rune, which was really handy. So now I've got 40% for that, 40% experience and 40% capture rate in minor runes, which is awesome. And gold find is not important, so I'm not even going to bother. So the only, actually, if we quickly, oh, okay, after this battle, it turns out, if we quickly go to my runes, the only non-legendary rune I have is the major rune, or the epic rune, or the middle one, like the solo middle rune. And I mean, I don't know. This is just my opinion. I could be wrong. Everyone's got their own opinions on stuff, right? But apart from the redirect rune, the rest of them are pretty lackluster. So that's why I've never really bothered. Like, if we quickly go here, we take a look. As I mentioned, I got the item find and experience and capture rate. I got 2 sets of both of them equaling 40%. I've got 2 dual strikes here. I would love to get all 4 dual strike. That would be amazing, but also expensive. Damage, good. Empower chance, good. And I've mentioned this multiple times now. My 3 favorite stats, offensive stats that is, and the 3 that I recommend people trying to get is these 3: is Dual Strike, Empower, and Damage. They're definitely the best 3 as far as I'm concerned. But this middle one, your first attacks on opponent deal 10% increased damage. It's not bad, but it's not brilliant. After we get out of this raid, we'll have a look at these major super runes or whatever you want to call them, and we'll have a look at them and which ones are good. And apart from the redirect, they're all I actually think they need to rejig them or introduce some new ones or something. Hopefully they redo them if they're going to do anything to them, because adding new ones would just... I think there's like 8 of them. So at the moment, you've got a 1 in 8 chance of getting the one you want. If they added in another 5, say, then you'd have a 1 in 13 chance, which is obviously worse. So if they just remade a few, that would keep them at 8, and you'd still have a 1 out of 8 chance, but the effects on them would be better. I suppose what I could do, actually, is I could run... this is so funny. I could run, and you guys as well, could run your capture rate minor runes until you get to the boss, and then swap it over to item find. But that's a lot of micromanaging, can't be bothered stuff, right? Just stick on item find and you're good to go. I mean, the item find will help. You will find more epics and stuff, and you can break them down for epic material and stuff, so it's not a giant waste. Now, the only time I really auto in this raid is on the boss, if I need to, and when the big, like, because sometimes the mobs go like Hulk mode and they get bigger, and is only when the big one is these double robot dudes, because these guys hit like a truck, and I'm willing to spend my my spider one-time mount damage thing on these guys to get rid of them. Hopefully, if this crits, this can one-shot it. Okay, wasn't a crit, but see, half health, pretty good. And then these will just hit the weakest enemy, which is him now. Nope, hit the tree instead, my bad. And we'll use the other spider. Almost dead. There we go, and we can single target him, and done. Back to auto. So yeah, I recommend it if you're in a raid, and every raid has that, like, there's 3 different mobs in each raid. Every raid has that one mob that is just more annoying or more powerful or whatever than the others, and this is what I was not hoping for. And for this raid, it's definitely these dudes. So if you do get them as like the Hulk unit, like the big unit, maybe go back down to manual if you're struggling, and that maybe give you the edge that you need. Now, we did use both of our spiders. The rest of us have the unicorn healing mount, so we won't be able to use another spider on this dude, but it looks like he's going to go down fairly easily. Everyone's at full health apart from our tank up front, so I'll just use this, and then that should be it. Good. And back to auto. So, actually, I remember, not last video, but the one before, I believe it was, I titled the video, My New Raid Team, and Drift'n Farm, I think I called the video. And it's the same raid team, but I've changed the formation around, and this formation is a lot better. So I think I used to have Grefme up at the front, and then Parvu second, and then Dustwalker at the back. And I think I've changed that around to Parvu at the back, Grefme up at the front, and Dustwalker in second. And it just seems to be a lot more survivability. So yeah, that's good. I mean, you can see here we're doing Raid 5 Heroic, and we've had to auto a few times, but that went fairly smoothly. And didn't have too much trouble. But sometimes, even with my current raid team... Oh, actually, wait, before we do that, we were going to check these runes out, weren't we? If we go trade... where are they? Here we go. So how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... There's 6 of them. While below 20% health, heals received. I mean, that's not bad for a tank, but if the tank, you probably want redirect. So this one, 30% redirect chance. That's really good. This, well, below 20% health, heals received I mean, it's alright, I guess. It's not bad. While at full health, SP regeneration increased by 25%. that's not too bad now that, like, well, I was going to say now that shielding is part of the game. Shielding has been part of the game for quite a while. But that could be okay, I guess. Drain 100% SP from an opponent when you defeat them. Your first attack on an opponent deals 20% increased damage. Your opponent's first attack on you deals 20% less damage. So there's kind of like 3 offensive-ish ones and 3 tanky ones. But this is by far the best one, as far as I'm concerned. So I don't know. They just seem a bit to me. Maybe I'm just not fully understanding them or something. Anyway, let's go back and do another heroic raid. So this is my order, and it seems to be doing a lot better for me. But I still do get wiped and not be able to complete raid 5 on heroic. If I manualed it from like the very start to the end, I'm sure I'd be able to do it every single time. But I don't know, manualing can take a long time, and you know, when you've got 6 raids to get through, and then you've got some energy to use, and then you've got your trials and gauntlets and PvP, and then if there's invasion or guild GVG or whatever, like, it's a lot of time to spend doing the game and spending all those resources. So I usually just auto things as much as I possibly can. And when you're on auto, actually, it doesn't spend your mount's attack, or your mount's ability, I should say, which is pretty good, because if you didn't have any control over it, they could just do it as soon as they get to 2 SP. They could just do it, and you'd be like, oh man, I could have used that heal or that, you know, spider hit or whatever it is. So it's pretty good that they don't actually do that, and that's built into the game. I quite like that, because they are really powerful, the mount abilities. And we've talked about this new mount, this fire, I can't remember his name, before, and his ability of the 1% quad strike, and I've talked about my opinion on it, and the fact that it's not particularly strong. But all of the normal legendary mounts that you can get, their abilities are quite good. And I like that they're bringing out all these cosmetic mounts as well, and the fact that they're not just thinking up, like, this guy is obviously a thought up idea, this fire dog thing, but the fact that they're just using mobs from the game, like Batty, just a shitty, crappy mob from like the very first flag and dungeon and everything you do, and now you can fly around on him as a cosmetic mount. That's really cool. I like that a lot. And I've always said like, oh, come on, bring out a chicken mount. The closest there is the common mount. Kind of looks like a chocobo. That's the closest thing to a chicken mount there is. But with this cosmetic mount bundle, they've brought out the Gobblestein or McGobblestein or whatever it is, like the little turkey mount thing. It's not quite a chicken though, so it doesn't count. But if they ever bring out like a full-on rooster mount or something, it might be the first time I actually spend money on this game, because if you can ride a chicken, man, game over. Alright, we're going to go back to manual, because we unfortunately have pulled this guy twice, which sucks ass. But we do have full SP on everyone, which is amazing. So he should go down like a sack of shit fairly quickly. There. And now we shouldn't have any trouble taking out the boss. And hopefully get some loot. I need about 100 of the rune thingies. I can't even remember what they're called. The grade 5 material that you need to upgrade legendaries and stuff. I need about 100 of them. More to upgrade my chest piece to the last, to the last upgrade. So this one, it's got one more upgrade to go, and I need about 100 of those things. So that's 2 legendaries worth. If you break them down, exchange them, you'll get roughly 50 for each one. I do have a ring and a necklace in my bag that I could exchange and get that 100 materials, and I could upgrade that chest piece now, but I'm not because my necklace and my ring are both epics at the moment. I don't have a legendary for them equipped, so I'm keeping those legendary ring and necklace in my bag. So that if I start getting duplicate like chest pieces or heads or something that I've already got, I can break them down instead, and then I could potentially upgrade those neck and ring. So it's not a bad idea to keep legendaries or whatever of a slot that you don't have equipped in your bag and hope to get something else to break them down. Because you could break down your necklace and your ring like I said that I've got, and then the next 5 legendaries you might get might be all chest pieces. And then all of a sudden you've got all these upgrade materials, but you don't have a legendary to spend them on. So I prefer to just hold on to them and in hope, basically. What I would like, actually, is a new weapon. The gun is really good, and I like it. But after having it for a long time now, I'm really sick of the way it looks. And it's so big and bulky, and there's no cosmetics for it. So I just want a different weapon, so that I can just change up my my look and cosmetics a bit. Because the gun is so bulky. Like, where am I? I'm back here somewhere. Let's pause for a sec. Look at it. It just... Oops. Did I just turn him around somehow? No, he turns around himself. Yeah, I don't know. It's just... I'm over the look of the gun. I'd prefer something else. A sword or a bow or something would be great. But the fact that that gun is a mythic and it is fully upgraded, it's probably going to be my last upgrade, probably. So yeah, ring and a necklace are the next two that I'm going to look for, at least. Look to upgrade after the chest is finished. And my offhand will be second last because that is a tier 7 offhand, but it's fully upgraded. So a fully upgraded legendary of tier 7 is better than a tier 8 epic. So yeah, it'll be finish off the chest, ring and necklace, then my offhand here, and then the gun last. And we got 2 bouncing blubber mounts over here, which look freaking awesome. It's so good. Especially if they did the cosmetic like I have of Blubber himself. It would look pretty sweet. Alright, so we've done 2 raids, didn't get anything. Let's do a few world bosses, right? See how we go. So let's see what my filter is. Netherworld, let's just do all. Doesn't really matter which one we get. And join up, ready up. And we could do, come on, Luna Trapix. Come on, dude. Kick him. Yeah, good. Just go. Yeah. I could do hard, but you need a tank. You definitely need a tank. And a lot of the rooms that I joined are hard. They're all like, elitist guys. They're like, oh no, you don't have a legendary pet or whatever. So they kick you and shit. Whatever. Normal's like quick and easy, so it's fine. It's not a big deal. But I am, our guild has actually been talking about doing some tier 8 hard and heroic runs and seeing if we can do it, because we do have a few tanks and a few off tanks, so we might be able to actually get away with it. But it's all just getting people on at the right time. Okay, so maybe we'll do like 5 of these and call it a day. And the worst thing you can get is someone in World Boss that goes AFK. Hooray, he's back. The amount of times that I've sat here and waited for 10-15 minutes, just waiting for the person to turn auto on or to have their shot, because they like just click ready or whatever, and then they go to make a coffee or go to the bathroom or who knows what they do. And they did introduce like a 10-second timer thing, but sometimes you just still just wait forever. Like this guy's clearly not here. And I think it's just automatically attacking for him. So let's not regroup. And let's go find a different room, I think. We'll do a few more. Join up with this guy. I think there was a few of the same guys. But yeah, if you're in a world boss on normal, just click auto. You don't need to manually attack each thing or whatever. Just everyone just puts auto and everything dies pretty easily. Normal on each tier really isn't that difficult. Probably do it with the 3 of us. Easily do it. Probably do it with 2 of us. I love the non-animations, man. It's so awkward. Just nothing moves and the health bars just go down and numbers fly everywhere. Tashmit. Alright, let's do this last one. And that'll take us about 20 minutes. That's a decent length for a video. I actually do need a few more Hobbit's feet, I guess, for another Velk as well. So going the All-A clan isn't that bad of an idea. Alright, but there you go. We did 2 raids, didn't get anything. Yeah, there we go. That's the Gobblestein mount thing I was talking about. Gobblestein. It's actually pretty funny, pretty cute. This little tiny turkey thing. It's almost a chicken. And the chicken mount I was talking about was how do we... There. This guy. Kinda looks like a chocobo type thing. Yeah. Anyway, we did 2 raids, didn't get anything. We did a few board bosses, didn't get anything. Unfortunate as always, but these things happen. And it's Bit Hero's life, right? That's how it goes. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.